It's a beautiful morning here today in southwest Arkansas at our home in the country near Hollywood, Arkansas. We're about 6 miles from Hollywood, but we're so far out in the sticks that that's the closest landmark. This is our property line. We have the property to the left. We have 2 acres here. This is a chicory and clover deer food plot we've planted. This is chicory that's growing. Of course, we've got grass and weeds and other things growing in it as well, but the deer are about like goats. They eat anything, but they love chicory and clover. And there you've got the 2 growing together. And they have not gotten into the feed plot yet. They haven't started eating, and that's a good thing. It'll give it a chance to grow and get established before they voraciously tear this apart. Here's a good stand of chicory and clover in here as well. I put this wire cage out here so that when the deer do start eating their food plot, I can tell that they've been in here and tell how much they've eaten and how much it would have grown if they hadn't eaten any. We also have a marten house, and this 2-story apartment complex is full. There's a marten flying around above, but we have a lot of martens. This is our home. The back has siding. The other 3 sides have brick. And we do have a detached garage as well as a single attached garage. The first stop is our blueberry and strawberries. This one's just now starting to produce. You can see we will have a lot of blueberries to pick, and a few are ready to pick now. And then we plant strawberries at the bottom so we don't have to weed around it. We built a 2x12 frame, 4-foot square, and then I built this frame around it, and we draped netting to keep the birds out. And then we just move it like that to get in and pick our blueberries. And the weighted 1x4 holds it in place and it doesn't blow away. Here's another 4-foot by 4-foot blueberry and strawberry box. Then come over here, we have fig tree. This is a brown turkey fig to be exact, and there are strawberries growing around it. This is our scarecrow to keep birds from eating our figs. This is a hydrangea, and we just transplanted it from our place in Murfreesboro because it had too much shade. It wasn't doing well. So anyway, this doesn't look great, but it will. This is another brown turkey fig with a snake scarecrow in it and strawberries. This is an Asian persimmon tree with strawberries. Oh, it dropped one Asian persimmon on the ground, but we have about 6 or 7 here that are growing, and this October they will be as big as oranges and the same color and delicious. This is the sweetest fruit you'll ever eat. Juicy and delicious. So this Asian persimmon tree is 1 year older than this Asian persimmon tree. This one does not have any fruit on it yet, but it will next year. And the same is true with this Asian persimmon. It's just 1 year younger than that first one I showed you. And we have strawberry plants all around here, and they get so thick that they choke out the weeds. So that is great. Now, these are our asparagus tubs. We have 10 of them. Our friend and neighbor Mac Ray in Murfreesboro gave us the tubs and the asparagus. He's 82 and didn't want to grow them anymore, but we really love the fresh asparagus here. And this is a solar bird bath. It bubbles water all day whenever the sun is out, and it automatically shuts itself off in the evening. This hose laying out here, I wanted to show you comes from a cistern. We dug this and invented it, put this in. So when it rains, water comes down our roof and down these downspouts and to these pipes, and the pipes go underground, and they're in this 4-foot diameter, 8-foot tall poly culvert that we stood up on end. It fills it with rainwater, and then we can plug in a pump and pump the water out. I put an electrical outlet there, and we water everything with the hose from this cistern. And you can even pump water by hand if you want. Oh, I need to prime it with water, but anyway, that will pump water out. And as a dip tube to test and see how much water we have left, I put this pipe down there, and we have 4 feet of water currently, and there's 100 gallons per foot because that's 4-foot diameter. And we've never run it dry, not even in August in a drought. It doesn't rely just on rainwater. The groundwater is level. The water table is fairly high here. This is a banana palm, and this is one of our smaller ones, but even it is producing a baby already. We have a lot of banana palms, I'll show you. These are our hostas, and I think we have a dozen, but they're in bloom, and the hummingbirds and the bees love those blooms. This is tomato, and we started these flowers, marigolds, from seed, and they're doing well. And we placed them here between the tomatoes to keep pests away. We've learned they will even keep the tomato worms, the horned worms, away. So tomato plants, and this is a variety of plants. Together we got from the clearance rack in Walmart for just $10. So we were happy with that. So you got a view of this part of the garden. I'll show you some more, but let me show you. This is our gazebo, and we've only had it a couple of months. Cindy and I put it together. It was a kit we got from Sam's Club. We do have hummingbirds, and there's a male hummingbird eating right now at the feeder. You can tell he's a male by the red collar around his neck. And usually we have a dozen in here, and he was very aggressive. Cindy and I were sitting out enjoying the gazebo, and he buzzed right in front of us so close I felt the wind off of his wings on my face, which I didn't mind at all. Let's go here. We've got 2 mandevilla hanging up, and they have white blossoms on it. They're just starting to bloom. I also got them on clearance at Walmart, really cheap. We have pineapple. Here are 3 tops that I started from pineapples we bought at the store. And this is a gardenia. It was in bloom earlier, but not right now. And here among the cobwebs, I'll remember the name in a minute. But anyway, you probably know. Here's another pineapple, and these are calla lily, just lovely. We got on clearance at Walmart, and I do need to trim a dead limb, but they have beautiful trumpet blooms. Really like them. These are 2 more mandevilla we have hanging up under our gazebo. And I can't tell you, I forget the names of all the flowers, but anyway, there's a couple more. Oh yeah, hibiscus. This is a hibiscus, and Cindy could tell me what that is, but I've forgotten. Another banana palm doing well. This is a bigger banana palm, and more hostas over here, and tomato plants with a few tomatoes to pick. We've been picking quite a few tomatoes already. These are the small, well, they're a husky red and cherry tomato. And these are a little bigger tomato. There's another one I need to pick, which is not a problem. And more marigolds. And here's a ripe husky red cherry tomato, and the hosta's over here. And we've got a hosta all the way to the corner. We'll go around the front. I'll show you some more, but on the way, let me show you. This is how we collect water. This is from the condensate on our air conditioner. It used to run on the ground, but now we collect it, and this is distilled water, and great for the plants. They love it. So the front yard looks a lot different than the back. We've got a woods out in front across there, and in back we have a field. This one is our crepe myrtle. It's not in bloom now, but it is mature and it will start blooming. Here's a banana palm forest. It's so thick the leaves are intertwined, but there's 4 here, and this one is prolific. I've got 5 babies coming up in that one. I'll cut them apart. We started with one great-grandma banana palm years ago, and it started having babies, and they had babies, and they had babies, so we've got a lot of banana palms, and we love them. Here's another 4 of them over here, and this baby's doing well, but we think they're beautiful, and it gives it kind of a tropical look. It's kind of like we're in the Philippines or something, and we've got more banana palms here. So we keep getting more and more, but we're just about done, but not done yet. Here's a rose bush, another rose, and these I'll remember in a minute. But and then roses here. And Cindy cuts roses and takes them inside. These are just lovely. A yellow rose with pink tinge on it. It's a peace rose. Let's go across the street just a minute, and I'll show you over here by our mailbox. We planted a bunch of marigolds from seed, and they're really doing well. I know it's kind of a rough looking woods here. It's all natural, and the marigolds are starting to bloom. So this will keep bugs away from our mailbox. And I want to show you one more thing. We've got some ragged banana palms over here by our shop, but I want to show you, we had a 10-foot poly culvert for that cistern, and I cut 2 feet of it off because I really couldn't dig any deeper in that clay. So we used it here as a planter, the piece that I cut off, and we put strawberries around the base. I picked strawberries here yesterday and got quite a few. This is a Yoshino cherry tree. It's got lovely blossoms. These are the kind they have on the lawn in Washington, D.C. for the Cherry Blossom Festival. I want to show you one more thing. It looks awful, but this is a pile of cedar slabs from my neighbor Mac again, and we're going to put them under the banana palms and roses over here. So we'll see how that project goes today. And this is another banana palm. It's not doing too well itself, but it sure is producing a lot of babies, so it's doing well. And the same is true with these. I wasn't going to show you, but I will. They look rough, but they're alive, and they're kind of over here in the nursery. This is the great-grandmother banana palm that had babies, that started all this, that all the banana palms came from, and she's still producing. So that's kind of the tour, and this is our greenhouse. The tour, we do have onions over there along the fence line, but anyway, thank you for looking at all that we have in our garden here near Hollywood, Arkansas.